Hi, my name is Stone. I'm 26 and from Ankeny, Iowa, and this is Financial Audit.
A fellow born in the Midwesterner, now down in Austin, Texas. Of course, you're just traveling, but thank you for coming down. What do you do up there for a living?
I work for a clinic. I am a technical analyst for the infrastructure team. I set up servers. It controls all the payments, any software needed for like the medical instruments, stuff like that.
Yeah, I love that. Great field. So what are you making right now?
Salaried at $64,500 a year.
Okay. How do you feel $64,500 for that position?
I'm really close to where I want to be.
Where do you want to be?
I want to be around like that $75,000 range. Mm-hmm. With the way I live, I feel like that's going to be like the nice area where I can have everything and not have to be stressed.
Where you live, you mean like physically? Like
well, financially.
Okay. In that town, a town that I do not recognize. I'm just curious. You know the area more than I do. Are we going to be able to get into that field relatively easy? Does it seem like there's a good path forward for you in that town for that job?
I'm going to end up moving. Sorry. I guess I was confused where you're going with that, but
yeah, for sure.
I highly intend on moving out of Iowa.
Out of Iowa. Where are you thinking?
Either Carolinas possibly, or the one that really interests me is like Southern Colorado.
Interesting. Okay. So I'm still going to get the snow in Colorado, but okay. So you went to school and got a degree for this, I assume? Because we have student loans.
Yeah, I do have student loans. The answer is kind of yes, kind of no. So I did 2.5 years up in Mason City, which is north central Iowa, at a small community college, got an AA and an AS.
Okay.
Transferred down to Iowa State University. And that's kind of where some problems started happening. I couldn't focus in class. Later dropped out and found out I was ADHD and autistic. So
okay. Go Cornhuskers?
I think that's a stadium football team.
Of Iowa State?
The Iowa State's the Cyclones.
Cyclones? I try my best. I watch college football.
I don't blame you because I don't either.
So we had some mental health struggles when it came to that, and you weren't able to find the help you needed before you dropped out.
It's not that I didn't find it before I dropped out. It's that I had already dropped out, and that's kind of what forced my hand to look into it because it was like super stressing me out. I was a mess. Did
you end up getting like certifications or?
Yes, I did end up. So what happened is when I dropped out, I was working at Best Buy for Geek Squad. And I did that for 2-3 years, threw in an app at McFarland Clinic. And then next thing I know, I'm working there 2 years there. And I spent some time, got my A+ certification.
A+?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Okay.
CompTIA A+.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then after that, the infrastructure manager just called me up to her office one day. I honestly thought I was in trouble. Mm-hmm. And just, hey, you want to move to a new team? And I'm like, is this an interview? And here we are now.
That's why I like certifications in like, especially when you're already in a job and you're looking to move up within that company, like certifications can be really helpful. And I talk about, I partner with Course Careers. They have like IT certifications and stuff like that. So that's really cool. I'm glad you did that. Now you're obviously, that's probably a pretty good income for that area for a single person.
Yeah. For the industry, it's technically below average, but for the area, it's pretty
How many
good.
people are in that town? Do you know? What's the population?
A better one would be to go off of Ames because that's the actual town that Iowa State's
Ames.
in.
Okay.
Because Ames is 20 minutes.
This is like okay.
This is like central Iowa.
Okay.
Gotcha. Ames is like.
How long have you had this salary? Because we've accumulated a lot of debt.
I did not start that position until it was either March or May this year.
This is new. What were you making before it?
Just before it was about 50,000.
It's not bad though.
I'm just bad with money. Well, I'm bad with. I already know my issue. It's impulse spending.
Really? So impulse spending a fucking motorcycle?
Yes, actually, yeah.
You're 100%. Just like
I'm not. Was one of those days where it's like I love them. I already had a motorcycle at the time too, mind you. This was when I was still in my old position, so this was about 2 years ago. Had a motorcycle already, but it's like. It was doing the job, but I wanted something more, obviously. And then I found the exact motorcycle I wanted for the price that I wanted. And next thing I know, it was a 10-hour trip to Wichita, and I had a new motorcycle.
Gross, dude. Well, you had a car already.
Yeah.
I assume you got there in a car.
My parents helped me with the whole bring the bike back from Wichita. So
yeah, is a motorcycle and a motorcycle debt what we need if we already have credit card debt and student loans?
Well, this is part of the issue is, so like I was actually had a good handle on my credit card debt up until it was like June or July. What happened was
of this year?
Yeah.
This was like a second ago, June or July. That was just like I look backwards and I see it.
Yes. Yep. Trust me. I know. That's part of the reason why I'm here, because I saw how quick I racked it up. I'm like, yeah, we need to.
Lifestyle inflation. Do you feel like with the new money?
That's part of it. It's part of it. It's definitely part of it.
Yeah.
Because like, well, another issue is I can't live with roommates. I have tried so many times.
What do you mean you can't live with roommates?
When they don't clean up after themselves,
yeah,
it stresses me the fuck out because I'm not going to clean up. And then you have
a conversation. And if you do, and they are a piece of shit, we get a new roommate.
Yeah, and well, it was just easier to just live on my own.
That is easier. And of course, what I just said is easier
and I know from past experience, it's just easier to live on my own. So that's what I just opted for.
I think the vast majority would rather do that. Well, again, you could probably afford it, but maybe you can't because, I don't know, you racked up debt, dude.
So the biggest charge it should be on my credit card statement for the Rocket Money. It was like $2,600, I believe it was. It was for like all of my insurance because motorcycles get you in trouble.
You didn't need a motorcycle. You don't need a motorcycle. What?
Well, no, I'm trying to think. So like in the summer, my motorcycle is my daily driver. It's not just a luxury. Like if I'm going anywhere.
But it doesn't have to be.
It's hella cheaper than my car.
Yeah, but guess what? It's not cheaper to have that extra debt in addition to your car debt. There's 2 vehicle debts we'll get into, plus a personal loan, plus a credit card, plus another credit card.
Yeah.
So no, is it cheaper? No. You are not saving money. Don't f around. Don't bullshit. Okay, so it looks like you brought in a net pay of $2,000 if we round up by $1.46. So I'm going to assume on average it's about $2,000.
Yeah, it's like right there.
Cool. Today, I've got something exciting to share with you. It's a groundbreaking brokerage account that rewards you for doing the right thing, investing and saving. It's called Voura, and it's completely changed the game of investing. Voura is all about turning the tables on how we're rewarded. Instead of encouraging you to get into death debt, Voura encourages you to save and invest wisely. And here's the kicker. Voura matches 1% of every dollar you invest. No limits, no caps. So it's pretty much getting an award for investing. Plus, they've sweetened the deal with a $1,000 sweepstakes drawing every single month. Every deposit you make automatically enters you to win, and the prize money goes directly into your Voura account. But one of the coolest parts about Voura is their automated investing in a risk-averse portfolio. No more overwhelming choices, they handle it all for you, so you can spend less time watching the markets and more time doing what you love. Plus, you can gift investments to friends and family. We're all on different financial journeys, and Voura makes it easy to share your wealth or get started with little help from your loved ones. So use promo code HAMMER23 and get a $10 bonus after depositing $25 or more. Enjoy the rewards of investing and saving with Voura. And remember, for every friend you refer, you get an additional $25, so it's a win-win for everyone. Here, Voura has given out over $5,000 in rewards over the last 2 months, so don't miss out on this opportunity to get rewards for investing. Sign up today using my link in the description below or by going to Voura.com/promo/Caleb Hammer and let Voura help you achieve your financial goals. Because it's salary, right?
Yeah, it is salaried. Cool.
Yeah, so immediately we see, dude, this is ridiculous because this is of your net pay. This is 2.5 months. It's 2.5 months is what the balance is at. $5,880.12 with a minimum monthly payment of $176.40. Okay, now, you know what did make me happy? You made a payment of $1,000. Then you went and purchased $3,118, while $100.43 is accruing interest. If we're losing interest on a car, you already know this. I've said this a million times. You broke rules for not being a fuck up. Rules for not being a fuck up. You broke immediately. Let's see. Rule number three. Don't hold a credit card balance. Don't hold a credit card balance. There you go. Take a look. You're losing interest. You put more money on it. It doesn't make sense, dude. It doesn't make sense. And you're right. This is new because this is the first time interest accrued this year on this card. So you're headed down the wrong path now. Thank you came on the show now, so we're going to reverse this. But I need you to know how bad this is before you actually start getting deep into it.
Yeah, and that's the exact reason why I'm here, because I don't want to go down that road. I know I have some behavioral issues that I'm trying to nail down with my impulse spending.
Okay, impulse spending.
I know that's an issue. It's just the matter of getting it under control.
Okay, so I have some impulse things as well. It's not I'm not the go swipe impulse spending like that, but I'm like a gut decision. Like if I feel like this big life thing, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go full steam, go crazy. It's actually never led me wrong, luckily. Like it's always worked out.
I know I'm a bit of column A, bit of column B. I do overswipe. I know that. Yeah,
you do. I mean, we got Apple Bills here. Sui's and there's taquitos up the and Amazon and Jimmy John's. I love me some Jimmy's. You don't need it. Taquitos, McDonald's, Power Sports.
That was for motorcycle maintenance. That was for oil
something
and
that
oil
is
fill.
Obviously so much cheaper than just having a singular vehicle. Obviously, come on, go. I think it's taquitos and taquitos. Oh, guess what? Taquitos, surprise, surprise. Apple. Strother Bros. Ubisoft, we got a game of some kind.
Oh yeah, that's Rocksmith Plus subscription that I need to get that canceled. I think I already did this month.
Hey, does that fit in your budget? Rule number 1 of don't be a fuck up. Not be a fuck up.
But I have canceled all other subscriptions. Hulu. I'm on my parents.
You're gonna cancel
Spotify
every single
family.
subscription.
Yeah, every one of them. Every one of them's been canceled, other than the Rocket Money.
Plus Apple, $68. Who knows what? I mean, come on. Taquitos, McDonald's, some Hero,
and I know
130 PY Hero. See, heroic, maybe. It's like missing a letter.
Probably a game or something. Honestly.
Taquitos, Domino's, taquitos. No, actually, some of those.
I was gonna say some of those taquitos is definitely motorcycle fuel.
Yeah, I was gonna say because they're cheaper. Usually, we count like under $10 and around there taquitos because you're gonna go fill a tank. It's usually like $30-$40, but it makes sense for a motorcycle.
Yeah, my average.
You're filling it up every second of your life. If that's because
I am because I ride. I probably fill up the bike like 2 or 3 times a week.
So much cheaper the way you're doing it. Good job. So there's probably bicycle, there's probably taquitos, and then that's probably bicycle. So you're breaking rule number 1, you're breaking rule number 3. Also, you broke rule number 4, stop buying cars you cannot afford. You didn't need another one. I don't even know if you can afford the other card. We'll get to it, but if you want to get the rules for not being a go ahead, follow the link to my website below. You sign up for our newsletter and we'll send you the rules to not be a fuck up. Tisk, Mr.
Hey, I mean, somebody has to be. That's why I'm here to get out of it.
Does someone have to be? I don't know. Okay. Best Buy, which is in line with some of your spending because we are a tech spender, it looks like.
Yes, very much so. And we'll get into that too with the personal loan.
Oh, is it for a PC?
No, actually, I don't think any of it was.
Okay, we'll get there.
I mean, it's still pretty. It's pretty just as bad, but it's not a PC.
I like my tech stuff. I get it. Hey, you don't need to. If you can't afford it, if we're fine.
Yes. Yep. Just rip into me.
Well, I need you to know how bad this is. Wake up call, and then we get you to a better place.
Yeah.
Now, it looks like we're interest-free right now on the Best Buy card.
Yes.
But even still, we brought our balance down by $29, which is the minimum monthly payment, and you put an additional $460 on it, bringing it up to $1,119. When's the interest-free period end?
It's 12 months from the date of the purchase, so it's like
the date of any purchase or the initial.
it tracks it separately. So if like the one purchase has the financing and then the second purchase will have its own set of financing.
Wait 1 second. Are you sure? You're 100% sure.
That's how it tracks on the website.
Okay, cool. So 12th month financing, purchases. Yeah. Because I know when you get the Best Buy card, you can choose different ways. You can get like 5% cash back, or you can do financing and no.
Yeah, granted, I mean, Best Buy made the financing options worse, but that's its own thing. They used to do like 2-year financing if you got over a certain amount, but they dropped it, so it's only 1-year financing now. But that doesn't really change the situation.
Well, it depends. I mean, you're not making the minimum monthly payments necessary to pay it off within a year, so they want to have less time,
right,
in between people being able to pay it off. So
and the thing with I don't mind making. I can make the payments. I know I can. I have been, or at least the minimum.
Yeah, it's $29.
I meant across everything. My issue is I don't know how much I can make towards the cards without screwing myself over and shorting myself in my budget.
Also, or with my leftovers. Do you know how much overdraft protection there was in your checking account? So yeah, you can make your minimums. Are we sure? We'll get there. What'd you get? Within the world of appliances, it sounds like $460.
That was one of those impulse spending things. It was smart lights and a hairdryer.
How many Hue bulbs did you get?
Too many.
Yes,
clearly.
I was gonna say, because they are expensive.
The issue is I mean, it's not going to make it any better. The candlelight ones.
There's candlelight ones now?
They're like, they're small, like 30 or 40 watt bulbs, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep.
The issue is they don't sell those in packs, so each one is $60 by itself.
Wow, and I thought like the original bulbs themselves are $60 each. So even those smaller ones?
Those small ones are stupid fucking expensive. Like,
why'd you need those?
Because I just moved into my new place and I like the smart lighting. And
why'd you need those?
They're the only ones that fit my light fixture for my ceiling fan.
You know, and they're it's not as connected and it's not as lovely, but there's ones that are like 50%, sometimes 75% cheaper.
Yeah, no, I know. I already had another tech friend yell at me for it.
When did you purchase this?
The lights were.
This was a month ago. That's past.
The month ago would have been that would have been the hairdryer.
You got a $500 hairdryer?
Yeah.
I do blow dry my hair every day.
It's one of those things.
One second. Well,
yep,
but sorry. I have shorter hair, so I don't know. So I will look to my female producer who has longer hair. Do you need a $500 hairdryer for longer hair? The answer was no. What the?
That's another part of my spending problem is like if I'm gonna go into something, I like to go all the way rather than just kind of half. What I feel is half-assing it.
That's interesting because I actually have a pretty similar way, but I don't have an impulse to go buy it. But when I choose I'm going to buy something, I'm going to get one that's going to have longevity and performs well. But your issue with that is you have the impulse to buy the thing itself. And then when you have the impulse to buy the thing itself, you won't get that unless you're getting the best of the best, it sounds like. So,
yeah.
That's rough, especially when we're financing it. Now, total interest charge this year so far, $722. I think what that is showing is what is being accrued if you do not pay it off.
Okay, that would make more sense.
And fees of $29.
Because I was going to say that card was completely paid off until sometime this year.
Yeah, so let's definitely make sure we're doing that. When was the initial purchase? That is 12 months finance.
It was March it would have been June or July.
Okay.
Because that was just after I moved into the new place.
Lovely old student loans. Was most of this borrowed at the 4-year institution? Or even
it was about 50-50, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I've looked at it, but it's currently in forbearance.
Why?
Because I applied for the income-driven repayments to lower my monthly payments on it. So there's
wait, but your income isn't.
It actually did lower because before they had me marked as like $250 a month, and it's,
right, yeah.
And after going through the IDR plan, it's supposed to drop it down to $125 a month.
You don't make bad income. I'm surprised. You could easily do the $250 though.
Yeah, it was just
okay.
It was trying to drop payments so that way I felt
either way. Have you started making the $150?
I have not
started this month.
It's in forbearance this month until they're done deciding if the plan's going to go through or not.
What plan?
Because when I applied for the plan, they haven't like accepted it yet.
They haven't accepted you into it.
Correct.
I see. Okay. Yeah, because I don't know. You don't necessarily have a low income.
No.
So that's what kind of confused me to begin with. So the income-driven repayment plan, just for people considering it, and we're releasing a video soon if we haven't already. That kind of goes into student loans a little more, but on our new second channel, income-driven repayment plans, it can actually be really good, and actually a lot of the rules have changed around it, so it can be really good. The unfortunate thing is what we've seen in the past is for a lot of people in the income repayment plan is that depending on the administration at the time, regardless of politics, that doesn't matter. But depending on the administration at the time, well, not a lot of people got their student loans forgiven when they've met the criteria.
Right.
We've had a lot recently that have been forgiven, playing some catch up. But it's like if we're betting that on the future, all I'm feeling is just because this is so bureaucratic and up, everything is just a mess. That are you going to bet your whole future on that? In the future that you're betting, by the way, is since you're making less payments, the interest is actually accruing more.
Right.
Because you're paying less into the, I don't even know if you're covering the full interest.
Yeah, I haven't looked at that yet.
In reality, you just straight up, you in your situation, you should have just 10-year average repayment plan. It'd be an eighth of your income a month net.
Okay.
You could have done this. I can put this in your budget to make it work.
If you could, that'd be great. I'm not going to be against that by any means.
don't. First of all, we don't even know if you're going to be accepted. You might be forced to.
Right.
But yes, so they'll bring it down to 150 if you're accepted, and if not, it's about 250.
Yeah.
What I do like is that your highest interest rate is 4.2%.
Yeah, that's thanks to my parents when they my dad put me on one of his cards as a co-owner of the card. To get me good credit before I was even out of high school.
Oh, okay. Well, I do like that they did that successfully. A lot of people do that and then they their kids credit. But
yeah, yes. Thankfully my parents are very every month they pay that card off. They don't. Yeah, they're not ups.
If I ever have kids, I'd like to do that as well for them. But a lot of parents, it's a rough situation.
It's something you definitely got to be careful with.
So we have a couple more debts to go into. 2018 Chevy Malibu. Okay. Which, let's call this Malibu. And we owe $16,607.69 on it. What's your minimum monthly payment for this?
$287. I'd have to check my phone for that to be sure, but that sounds right.
When I was going through the statement, I didn't. Oh, actually, never mind. I found it.
You found it? Okay.
No, 172.
No, it might be because it was partially paid off when I sent that because I changed my how my loans get paid out. I changed it.
Oh, I did the you were doing $10.50.
Yeah, I calculated it out, so I'm just making small payments every day on all three of my loans.
So I can't even see what the normal minimum monthly payment. Okay.
I can certainly get it for you.
Motorcycle. We owe a stupid, ridiculous, no point, absolutely stupid $6,045.69 with a minimum monthly payment of.
It's probably around $250 off the top of my head.
What's the repayment term on the bike? 2 year, 3 years?
It's probably 3.
I know bikes can be a little shorter sometimes. The car.
Oh shoot, that was a 5 or 6 year, I want to say.
Interest rate on the car.
It's 4%.
Great. Interest rate on the bike.
Same thing.
Okay. Personal loan. What's the interest rate on that?
That is death. It's 12.5%.
It's the second biggest at $13,522. Great. You said this was stupid and everything, and it probably was. Tell us what it was.
That was a mix of, I think there was one computer part in it.
Just a part?
Yeah.
Probably a GPU?
No, it could, no. The reason I know, I think it was the CPU, because that was probably around the time I was getting into server work and just doing self-learning or self-teaching.
What else?
The other big thing on that would have been a photography camera. That's something I do as a hobby, along with the motorcycle.
Hobbies we don't really purchase into until we can afford them.
Yeah, that was the trap of the Best Buy credit card, because that was when I was working at Best Buy still. Between the employee discount and the Best Buy card, it snuck up on me.
I didn't even think about that. What camera do you have?
Canon R5.
Okay, there's a look of my photographer boy back there. Good.
I'm not going to say it's going to make you feel better.
I don't even see like Adobe subscriptions and stuff in here.
My sister lends me hers.
Okay.
She lets me use her Lightroom and Photoshop.
I hate to say it, but I would probably try to sell that.
That's kind of what I was unfortunately thinking of too. There's some other stuff that I've been looking to get rid of that I just have no need for.
Let's get you to do it, dude. Let's get you to do it. But rule number 2, you need an emergency fund. You don't have an emergency fund.
Right.
So if we don't have an emergency fund, what's your retirement account at 26?
17,000 between the two of them.
It's actually okay.
Because I have 401k matching through McFarland right now. That's like,
well, that's fine, but you don't have you're not even close to a fully funded emergency fund. You have really bad debt. We don't get into the fun, especially the expensive hobby until we can put that in our fund spending, because that's all a hobby is.
Right.
You don't get to do that until you have a fully funded emergency fund, and then and then before that, pay off all bad debt. What's the minimum monthly payment on this personal loan?
That one's higher. It's like 3 something. It's probably like 380 something, I want to say. I know between the 3 of them, like the full monthly payment between the 3 of them is like $857.
That's almost 50% of your take home.
I know.
For a camera. And what's this bike worth?
I honestly don't know, because I had no intention of selling it.
Re-intentionize yourself. Unless you want to drive the bike in the snow and get rid of the car, you're getting rid of one of them. Pick.
Got it. Right now, I honestly couldn't tell you what the bike worth is, because the bike market right now is just absolutely... I think in the seller's favor, though.
Yeah. Oh, okay. In the way that's good for you.
Probably. It's been
search up the model and worth. Oh, it's a 2020 Kawasaki Cruisers. Kawasaki?
Yeah, Kawasaki. Says right now the listing's 7.3 on. Oops, I locked your phone, but
as used.
That's just. You'd have to unlock your phone. That was just the first thing that came up on KBB.
Yeah, trade-in value, and it's in good condition, I assume, because you probably like sleep with it. Okay, so the obsession with engines in this country and the debt people find themselves in to get there. I'm actually okay with the interest rate. You just can't afford all these minimum monthly payments together. Plus, I mean, you actually get probably an additional $1,000, and that's just trade-in. That's not even private sale. That's trade-in.
Right.
So, like, you go sell that immediately, get an extra $1,500, and put that towards. You pay off the Best Buy card today. Well, I don't know if I'd go that strategy, but you do get an extra $1,500.
Yeah,
we'll figure out where it goes from there. Savings, we went up from $600 to $2,000.
Yeah, so I had an acorn.
Checking went down from 1,300.
Yeah, I keep my checking pretty empty to like hopefully curb my spending, but my bank still has yet to listen to me, because I keep telling them that like if my checking account hits nothing, I want them to not let my card make any transactions. That's to keep myself in control of my spending problems. The problem is I've told them twice now to do that, and both times they've just keep letting it overdraft and then have my savings pull from it.
I think you might be an envelope person. You know envelope method?
I have a good idea of what that would entail.
You put your categories and how much you can spend in each category in an envelope, and you can only, when you go and spend in that category, you can only spend from what's in that envelope itself. I think that's like the most strict of the strict, and I think it's what you need, because you just can't.
I think you just
can't, man. You just very clearly can't. Okay. So this is small little transfers back and forth on whatever this account was. And then there's overdraft protection. $118 came in. Overdraft protection. $5.40 came in. Overdraft protection. $1.20. We're just not managing our money. Acorns. A lot of acorns through here.
Yeah, and
I love acorns. Link in the description below if it makes sense in your situation. Guess what? It doesn't. You have a 12 or to 13% interest rate on the personal loan. Your Rocket Card's at what? 15 to 30%, somewhere in that range, probably.
I'm pretty sure it's like twice that. I think it's,
no,
I think it's
be
in like
60%.
Not. You said you said
15 to 30.
It's like at that 30.
Yeah. You're not going to beat that on Acorns. Acorns is great.
No, I have completely sold out of my Acorns. That's why there's actually money in my account.
Have you canceled your subscription?
Yes.
Okay. And taquitos and or motorcycle and McDonald's and EA shop. So brokerage, I don't think we're putting money in there either. It doesn't really make sense.
That was part of what I'm setting. So what happened or what's going on with that is after I left Best Buy, I had obviously some money built up in their 401k and I transferred that over to them. So that's
but this is $100.
Right. So that's just building on top of that still. So like I understand.
What are you saying? Did you do? So you did a transfer, right?
I did a transfer.
A rollover.
I did a roll. Well, I sold out of the 401k and put it into a Roth.
Oh.
Yeah. So like I've not. That's all money from Best Buy. I took the hit on the taxes.
Wait a second. Did you talk to someone before you did this?
Yes.
Okay, and
there's somebody at Raymond James that my family person.
I don't know Raymond James.
That my family personally knows. They took care of everything for me.
But why is extra money going in right now anyway?
Just to keep building that retirement.
Yeah, but you're not going to beat the 30% interest rate on your card.
No, and I realize that now because when I talked to them last time, they're like, "Oh yeah, just keep throwing the money in, and it'll and you just got to take care of your bills." And it's like that's obviously what I've been trying to do, but it's not working. Clearly,
they're correct. If you didn't have 30% debt, Subway, Burger King, taquitos, and or motorcycle, Myth Live 2.
That was a concert. Two different concerts.
We're not doing concerts when we have bad debt and no fully funded emergency fund. And taquitos, overdraft protection, $118. Taquitos, more acorns, Burger King, taquitos, and or motorcycle. Don't know. It's hard to tell. Taquitos, Subway, McDonald's. First of all, Subway it's like the worst food that's ever existed in this world. So why go there anyway? If you're going to get food, at least get food that's edible. Taquitos, Panda Express taquitos, Apple payment of some kind. Taquitos, Myth Live. We're back. We're back with more Myth Live again. Heroic Ink. Is that a tattoo? Is that tattoo?
It's the one on my leg.
We don't need a $180 leg tattoo while we're in bad debt. We can get the tattoo eventually. I respect you for not being afraid of needles like me, but we still can't do it. Taquitos and Subway, so we're just like eating plastic. McDonald's, taquitos, overdraft protection. If we're getting overdraft protection, we're not going to McDonald's. Live music, something $14, and Boulder Tap Homes.
It's a restaurant.
Homes. And then, yes, you pay the really weird towards those other debts. Very small payments, like every day. Instead of just, it doesn't make sense. You are not managing your money well. You are very clearly not budgeting.
No, not at all.
And you have no idea what's going on in here, do you? Do you? Because overdraft is just slapping you.
The overdraft is from the checking and it pulls from the savings, and I know that's part of my issue. Yeah.
Do you have we agreed that you have debt?
I thought we did.
Okay, of the money that's actually going to the debt is like 2.5% of your spending. And then of your spending, transportation's huge, obviously, in here. Necessary food, 3.3%, but going out to eat, 4.6%. So we're going out to eat more than we're getting groceries. Great. And it's still expensive, $461 a month. It's an extra $461 a month that could be going towards paying off the debt. Unknown spending, $1,000. Let's see. Unknown spending. Lots of Apple. Tons of Amazon, $500 of Amazon. Target, you never know what that is. Walmart, you never know what that is.
So I know for the Target and the Walmart, that is actual groceries.
So you're spending $750 a month in groceries total? Because that would be your Walmart, your Amazon, and your necessity food.
I can't do Amazon groceries, not in Iowa.
We didn't say Amazon.
I thought you just said Amazon.
Oh, wait. Sorry. That's your Target, Walmart, and grocery stores that we saw. Would be about $750. So are you really only going into Target and you don't get anything that's not groceries? Look at this. Okay.
What the?
Oh, well, 1 second. You're right. I did include the Amazon. You're not getting the Amazon there. So
okay.
Target itself was like $300. Walmart, it was only like $30. And then the grocery stores, that was an additional $333. So you're spending like $500.
Yeah, that's probably right.
$600.
And I know I can bring that down. It's just a matter of I need to quit being lazy and just actually make my own food and do meal prep.
Taquitos, it's like $328. Yeah. Other large purchases, $2,222. Remember, on a monthly basis, you net $2,000. So What did we do? Access.com, and there was some. Other large purchases. So some PetSmart and the Power Sports and Struthers Bros, Born of Osiris, some UPS stuff, Heroic Inc., Best Buy, Counterparts, Misery Trust, AutoZone, Of Virtue, and Venmoing Out Money.
So the Venmo is for my phone bill.
Cool. Well, that's $40 of the $2,222. So $2,222. Okay, so $2,182.
And then a lot of that is actually clothes too.
Congratulations. So your large purchases, of which include clothes, and I assume you had clothes because you're a human being that exists in the United States of America. You know, most people go and buy clothes. Obviously, that's a privileged stance.
Yeah.
But I assume you had clothes, right?
Yeah.
Because you haven't been not making money. Okay, so that's why I assume that much. So, $2,182 went to large purchases.
Yeah,
that is more than you bring in a month.
I bring in $4,000 a month.
$4,000.
Yeah, you're getting my.
Oh, you said per paycheck, so that's per paycheck.
Yes.
Thank goodness. So even if you paid your full student loans, the student loan payment would be 1/16 of your income.
Right.
1/16 of your net. Thank goodness. You made it sound like at first it was 2,000, which.
No, sorry.
Correlate.
I'm sorry. I guess I didn't make it clear that was just totally for a 2-week period.
No, that's my bad. That is not on you. Okay, so half of which needs should be only 50%. Half went to those large purchases. Calculate all the. I mean, let's see. Did we get a total spending, including what? Spending. So not even including the savings. We saw $7,838 move around in different ways. Now, that includes what you also spent on the credit cards that were not also paid as well. So total spending compared to $4,000 that came in.
Yeah.
$7,838 of money movement.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, understatement. Too much. It's almost twice what you make. Thank goodness it's not 2,000. It would be like 4 times what you made. Okay, so I'm just trying to think of your mental health stuff. What have you started doing to help?
Both therapy and psychiatry.
And how long have you been doing that?
2 or 3 years. The issue was with the psychiatry. Obviously, she prescribes all my meds.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? It was at the end of August. We upped my meds, but that was not the right move, and I was basically almost accidentally overdosing on Vyvanse.
Cool.
And it wasn't her fault. I was still well below the recommended level for my weight. It's just it was when I took it for the 2 days that I did for the new dosage, it basically put me in a panic attack all day long.
Oh, so it wasn't an overdose. You were just
No, it was basically like if I took any more though for some reason. Like, I probably would have been there. And I was just an absolute mental wreck for, like, 2 weeks because...
Adapting to a new medication.
Well, there's that, and, like, I reacted so bad to it that I was actually on Strattera, which is an SS or SN...
SSR.
It's SNRI?
Okay.
Yes. And then, obviously, with the Vyvanse, with that, when I had the bad reaction, I'm like, I can't do this. This was on a Friday. I cold turkey quit both of them, and then... Yeah. Yeah.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was like a month ago now.
That was a month ago.
Yeah.
Well, the question I was going to ask is, have you seen positive benefits in these last couple of years of doing this?
So like
where are you at
So
now?
like for quite a while I was seeing benefits, but the problem is the drugs would keep like, I would either grow tolerant to them super quick or I just stop seeing benefits after so long, which is why we upped the dosage again. But after getting off of them, it's helped in some areas and then set me back in others.
Okay, well, obviously keep working with them and keep working on that. So I was just trying to see where you feel you are mentally at this time. Because as we go and create the budget, I mean, all that's going to come down is we can make a budget all day.
Right.
Can we follow a budget? And obviously in our spending, we saw not even close. So what I want you to do, my money prescription for you is, I think, envelope method. I want you to try envelope method.
Okay.
Give it a play. I want you to get out of the accounts, out of the digital accounts, which is usually actually what negatively affects me. If I spend cash, I feel nothing. But if I see money like tick down on my checking account, I'm like, I'm dying. Yeah. But for you, you don't even care what's in there. You don't even look. So I want you to know how much money you have for a certain category based on what we designate. Mm-hmm. And that money you can, if you want to go do something in that category, you can only spend from that envelope. Yeah. Okay. And if that envelope is out of money, you're done for the month until next month. You don't pull from another envelope, then you break the whole system, and there's no point. You said you do not have a roommate. You live by yourself.
I live by myself.
What's your rent?
$1,200.
It's not bad. I assume it's a pretty expensive price for that area, though.
It's kind of a wash. I've seen more expensive places, but I've also seen...
Well, there's always going to be more expensive.
Yeah, I mean, but for a 2-bed, 2-bath townhome with an attached garage...
2-bed, 2-bath townhome, attached garage for $1,200 a month. Kill me. I wish. Okay. Wow. Enjoy that, says everyone in the comments. What's your utilities and internet?
I don't pay internet, utilities, and I don't have gas, so I have electric heat. Yep. So right now it's like $150, and I'm rounding up. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to seeing that bill in a month or two.
So I'm gonna put in like $250.
Yeah, whatever you think is best, because I don't know. I have no idea what that's going to look like.
I had electric heating in one place, and it wasn't a huge place. It was a 1-bedroom. It wasn't even like a dining area, and dude, that electric heating was expensive.
Okay.
Well, it also depends on the efficiency of the place. I'm sure the unit itself and his air getting in and out, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I work from home, so like there's not like a lot of coming and going.
Jeez. Okay. So I think we keep it a little nippy for a while and we get ourselves a nice heated way.
I haven't even turned on the heating yet this year. I haven't even.
And he told us it was 20 degrees, like before he came down here. So like, brave man. It got into the 50s here, and I was like, heat. Yeah, like weighted heated blankets, some slippers. I got my slippies on, keep my toes toasty.
With the way the placement of the townhome, like it doesn't drop below like I think the lowest I saw the thermostat go was 65. Even with it being like 20 degrees.
Well, yeah, no. You're not going to get to a dangerous level.
I'm just saying maybe like, even with the temps like they have been recently, like the temp in my house hasn't dropped below like 65.
Oh, gotcha. I see. Okay. So and little space heaters can be okay too. Like if you're just in like one area the whole day.
Right. And well, since I have to use my computers for work, if I just leave my office door open, that actually like heats the entire upstairs.
Yeah. When I go in my office with like my larger PC, if I shut it, it becomes like 100 degrees in there. Yeah,
it's awful.
A second. Okay, utilities, I'm going to say like $250 because it is going to be a little more expensive coming soon. So groceries, congratulations, is $300 a month. We've proved that you can do it $250 a month, but we're going to give you that extra wiggle room for snacks, and that gives you a full 2,500 calories a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, and desserts.
I don't need desserts.
Well, I'm saying
that gives me extra.
I'm saying it fits in there, and that's on a healthy. That's not an unhealthy.
I'm just
diet.
not a desserts guy.
Lucky man. Okay, and then toilet paper, everything you need to survive. Extra things you can put what you want in this category. Usually, I use it for toilet paper.
Okay.
Tissues for all your things, and anything else you do. If you want to get a McDonald's out of it, you can.
Okay.
It's the toilet paper fund, I call it. It's just
Gotcha.
It's your $100. I'd use it for necessities, and if there's a little left over, you can get a McFry. Car insurance. What's your? Well, I'm sorry. Okay, so fun fact. You ready?
Oh.
The motorcycle's gone.
Yeah, but that's not most of my insurance.
But I need you to commit to that now.
That's going to be really hard.
I don't give a shit. Commit to it now. You get a nicer motorcycle in 2 years. Get a nicer motorcycle in 2 years.
All right, fine. I'll do it.
It's a temporary sacrifice. Good. So we're eliminating the motorcycle insurance. What's just your car insurance?
Yeah, that's still the bulk of it. It's still going to come out to like $2,400 a year.
You pay yearly?
Yeah. That was part of the problem.
How do you pay yearly when you're overdrafting on a monthly basis?
Well, because I put it on a card like an idiot.
I recommend next time that comes up, we're just doing it.
Because that was the issue is for some reason in my head, I had, credit card for emergency. And then here we are.
So obviously
I'm not a card person.
No,
I've already chopped up both of them.
Well,
put them in the trash.
You can use the Fizz card, but that is pretty much it. Okay. Okay, so usually, yes, you pay annual, you pay quarterly, you pay biannual, you save money on car insurance. So you're putting on a car at 30% interest, you're losing more money. So for you, until we're out of this situation, until we're managing our finances well, you're going to do monthly the next time it comes around. That's going to be, I'm going to do like $250 a month, assuming it goes up a little because it's monthly.
Yeah.
Right?
It will go. Yeah.
Divided by 12, it's 200. So I'm doing 250.
That math checks out.
Gas. On your car alone, not driving a motorcycle, what are you going to spend on a monthly basis?
It couldn't be more than probably 100 because my parents live about 2.5 hours away, and that's the only thing that would drive it up.
Do not include your motorcycle because it's gone. You're selling it tomorrow. And I know that's a very big thing. You should be proud of yourself for doing that. That's a big step towards actually making your future better.
Well, I know the issue is growing up, I always raced motocross. My parents were able to afford that for me.
Yeah.
And I did end up having to sell those at some point, and that killed me inside.
Well, the exciting part is you're actually not in as bad of a situation as many of the recent people I've talked to. So because of that, I'm going to get you out of the situation relatively quick, and then you're going to just get a even nicer motorcycle in cash. Okay. You're going to do that, and it's going to be great. This is the temporary sacrifice to improve your life. You're 26. There's so many decades left. It doesn't matter. Because even without your motorcycle, your minimum monthly debt payments is $1,022, which is a fourth of your take home. That's disgusting. That's kill me. That's ruin everything. So, what else? Phone bill.
Phone bill's like, just say 45. My phone's paid off.
Good. Now you do some medical things on a monthly basis. How much should we put towards medical?
It's all covered by insurance.
100%. So no copays with therapy.
No copays.
Congratulations. Nice health insurance.
One of the small benefits, I guess, for working for a clinic.
Oh, true. that makes sense. Hey, better. Anything else in your life we need to calculate into this? Think hard.
I think that covers everything because really you already said it too, like all my money goes towards either concerts or the motorcycle. So
or eating out or taquitos or video games. So a lot. Gym. Yeah. You have a gym.
Oh, yes. Oh God. I'm glad. It's like, so there was like $160 upfront charge and then
$192.
Right. Well, it was $120 upfront and then it's another $70 recurring charge.
On a month?
Yes. So there's
pretty nice gym.
It's a really nice gym. And I do my damnedest to go there at least 3 times a week. So I feel like I'm getting my money out.
Yeah, good lad. Absolutely. Get there. I'm putting it in your budget. I'm happy to put that in your budget. Anything else?
No, that was actually the last thing that I can think of.
Listen, I'll yell at you about the debt and the spending. You can yell at me for not going to the gym. We're going to have a yell party. See, even this. So this is definitely why we're getting rid of that $250 minimum monthly payment for the motorcycle. You have $660 left on a monthly basis. Let's get that exact number. Saving that money. money. I love when my money is making more money, and the SoFi high yield savings account I use has 4.6% interest on that money. It's the savings account I personally use for my tax money that I set aside and other money that I just want to be building while it's just sitting there. And you can get bonuses by signing up all the way up to $250 by using my affiliate link in the description below. And it's not just because they're my affiliate. I personally use them. They're great. I've had a great experience with them so far. And I only recommend those who I like working with and who I like using. So if you have money sitting in savings, have that money make some more money and use that high yield savings account. Link in the description below. 4.6%. And bonuses all the way up to $250. So what you need to survive on a minimum monthly basis, and we need to get rid of this debt because it would decrease it by $1,000, is $3,337.40. That's what you need minimum on our tighter budget. So divide that by the $4,000 that comes, or not divide it, but let's figure out what's left. $662.60 is left on a monthly basis on average.
Okay.
That's your money to play with. You get an extra $1,500 from just trading. You might try private sale for a couple weeks on the motorcycle, see if you can get like $2,000 extra for it. But trade it in if you can after a couple weeks. That's fine. So trade in, good condition. That extra, what did we have in savings? What's in your savings right now?
Not what you have on sheet. I can tell you that. Savings right now, it says $1,800, but I have to pay rent, so it'll be down to $600.
So it's not savings. You don't have a savings account.
I try to keep everything in savings and only move things to checking when I'm actually
That doesn't make sense.
spending.
That's not what a savings account is. Your savings account is okay. That's why we're doing an envelope system. You're overcomplicating it. Do the envelope system. These categories are the ones I've given you. You put the cash in there. Okay. The one digital account you'll have, you'll open a high yield savings account. I don't care where. I use SoFi personally. Open it. That $1,500 you get from the bike, put it in there.
Okay.
And then for the next 2.5 months, for the first 2.5 to 3 months, you're going to save up the extra $662 you have on the side. That plus the $1,500 is going to give you a 1 month emergency fund before we start the debt train.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 3 months. We're going to round up, assuming some transition period. That sucks. This is why it's actually probably going to worth it. Like just a couple times a week. I don't even care. Or maybe like pick a day on the weekend. You choose it. Make your week a little worse. Make your weekend a little worse. Go pick up an extra 10, 15 hours.
And that's something I have been looking into already.
I would. If you can
because I got a friend. Yeah, if you want to go first.
Well, if you can all I wanted to say is if you can bring the 662 to 1,662 extra a month, you're accelerating this drastically. Go ahead.
Okay. And I was going to say, I got a friend that has worked for Domino's for delivery, and he said the hours are super flexible, which is what I need because with my job, 1 week out of every month, I have to do on-call, and basically I have to drop everything at a moment's notice if a call comes through.
Interesting.
So that's been kind of the issue, is finding a part-time job that I'll be able to have that will work around my main schedule.
Jimmy John's, of which you've consumed from. When I worked at Jimmy John's, I worked there for like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
They actually cater pretty good to consistent schedules on a school semester basis usually. And especially if you work in the college town, Jimmy John's actually makes decent money for delivery driving, but in the Midwest specifically. But what they do is they put you on a set weekly schedule.
Okay.
Now, when that week comes up and you need to get people to cover your shift, it's on the person. It's on you to get someone to cover it.
Yeah, that's how it always is.
Yeah, but instead of it being a random, you get this many hours this week, you get this many hours this week. Some weeks you don't get it. Sometimes we don't need you. It's set every single.
Yeah.
So might be something worth considering.
Yeah, that's another one because I was going to say I was looking into DoorDash. A friend, he works at a Domino's, and he said like their scheduling is super flexible too. So I thought about looking there. Thought about possibly, since I know the manager still at the Best Buy I used to work at, I thought about talking with him to see if he'd hire me just on like a weekend basis, or I mean they're open until like 9, 10 o'clock, so I can pick up hours during the week.
Yeah, dude. If you
easy.
did like a Tuesday, Thursday,
the only thing is, there's one thing I forgot. There's one thing I forgot. I do have a dog.
Oh, okay. How much should we cater a month?
Her food is about $50 a month.
Pet insurance?
It's currently covered with my other insurance.
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
For now, like if something were to happen though, then I would have to get pet insurance because apparently pit bulls are super aggressive dog breeds or something.
I don't want to say anything about that. everyone on the internet on both sides to murder me. So you'll never know what my opinion is. I actually really don't have a strong one, but this is one of those topics that people will kill.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you for keeping that one under wraps.
Okay, so then it takes us. So I cook the Best Buy. What I want you to do is you need to get in there. This is another one of your just things I'll allow you to do digitally. Figure out what minimum monthly payments are necessary to pay them off before interest is accrued. Then adjust them to that. Then just do minimum monthly payments and make sure they're paid off before the interest is accruing. That's going to adjust your budget a little bit. You'll maybe have like $590 left on a monthly basis, $570, something like that. But just for the sake of things, the cycle's gone. Let's just see how long it would take you without. So this is not going to include interest rates, but it's also not going to include you paying off a debt and then the extra minimum monthly payments going to paying off the next debt. Student loans, whether it's the income base, whether it's the traditional, in your situation, I'd go traditional. You can do income if you want, if they accept you. Minimum monthly payments, so they're paid off. Okay. Just makes mathematically sense. And that investing thing that you talked about, you're right. You want to just throw money at it. 65 months without you picking up an extra job. That doesn't even that's taking your motorcycle out of it, and that's not even including your student loans. Okay. Which will be going on top of this. That's 5.5 years. 5.5 years. Yep. And that doesn't take into account interest. So I just wanted to show you what this looks like at this point, because even though you make a strong income, especially for the area where your money's going and where minimum monthly payments have stacked up to, where your rent is, and just where your bills are in general, everything combined, you don't have enough extra left over for the amount of debt you've built up. So yeah, we got to get a second job. Even if you just double that from like that 570 to like 1,000 extra a month, I mean, that it's going to cut it to like 2.5 years. And that is so worth it. And that's where I say 2.5 years, call it 3 years to get a fully funded emergency fund then. So 3 years total, then you get your bike again. And it's awesome. Yeah. Okay. And I was going to say the one other thing, once my lease is up, I'm probably going to get out of the place I'm at and get I need the 2 beds for what I do, because I had my computer, like my work computer, in my bedroom at my old place, and it just played hell with me mentally. What about living room? I've done living room. Oh, I couldn't because of my roommate and personal health information, because I would occasionally work with that. No. I'm talking your next place, though. If you got a 1 bedroom, do a desk setup in the living room. I could do. I don't like it personally, but can you do it for a year? Yeah. A year of your hopeful 80, 90 years here. Right. I think we can, again, if it actually fucks with you mentally, I'm not going to put you in that dark spot, but just consider it. I understand the bedroom thing, separating work from bedroom. Yeah. That can be pretty important at a certain point. Yeah, because like it got to the point where I couldn't even fire up my personal computer to get on Discord and talk with friends. Yeah. Like I was completely secluded from everybody for like 6 months to a year. Well, you better be able to fire up Discord, because we're going to put you in the Discord of all past guests. So essentially what this number shows you, the 5.5 years, though, even without interest accruing, is that it's going to take forever in your current situation to pay this off. So we need to get another job. That's your answer. Okay. So I need you to envelope system that budget. I'll send you, you can take a picture of it. It's on screen. You can email, ask questions, all that good stuff. You need to envelope. Okay. And you need to go get another job immediately. Sounds good. That's my diagnosis. What do you think? No, I mean, that's kind of the direction. That was the direction I was heading anyway. As much as I don't want to get a second job, I know it's necessary at this point too. Make sure your therapist is aware of this, aware of your goals, aware of the sacrifices you're going to be doing, and needing to redirect your different cope spending, and, just your need to swipe. And let's get some discipline in life. Improve your life. That's the plan. All right, when it comes to his Hammer financial score, spending in a budget definitely was not good, but it also just isn't the worst of the worst, but it's on the bad scale. So 2 out of 10. Same with the debt. It's on the bad scale, but not the worst out of worst. 2 out of 10. emergency fund. I wanted to give something there, but I couldn't because apparently that money was just being spent on rent and everything. So we learned that towards the end. 0 out of 10 retirement. Actually very happy for his age. 7 out of 10 there. Real estate, that's a 0 out of 10. Part of a future conversation though. So with all of that together, Hammer Financial score 2.5 out of 10. Make sure to check out all the resources linked in the description below. They are what I use or would use in specific situations. Thanks to all of our Patreon producers for making this episode possible. If you want to participate in an episode of Financial Audit and you're able to make it to Austin, Texas, please fill out an application in the survey linked in the description below. You can also send a link to your friends or family who you think might be good to be on the show. If you have any questions, you can email casting@calebhammer.com.